Burbank is such a fascinating, incredible place to live. We have community that has actually grown up here.
Both of my children went through Burbank schools from kindergarten to 12th grade. Despite Burbank's great reputation, of course there are going to be education gaps. And a lot of that has to do with gaps in funding.
It's a constant funding battle, knowing, this year there's enough funds for a program, next year there might not be.
And so Burbank Arts and Education Foundation is trying to step in and help bridge that gap. It's a fundraising entity that supports our district. Our money goes directly right into the classroom. So you have almost immediate impact, and we're supporting the dreams of our teachers. These are projects that they dream up. So I have two kids. I have Gavin. He's actually a senior this year. This is his 4th grade teacher, Mr. Colt. And this teacher changed his life. I love our teachers. They're special. They go above and beyond.
I was independently tutoring children. Kids felt very defeated in math. And so I made it my mission when they came back to the classroom to bring the joy back to math. For a long time in math, we've had manipulatives. So we have plastic figures and things that the kids can touch and feel and work with, but it doesn't give them results as quickly as a computer program can. So with Desmos, they can animate their mathematical thinking. So it's incredible because it's instant feedback. There was a time when the funding was taken away for some of our special programs, and that meant that we were going to lose the Desmos program. And I had found so many 6th graders who were joyful about math because of Desmos, and I didn't want to lose it. So we went to BAEF, and they helped us obtain a grant, and we have Desmos.
The Burbank Arts and Ed Foundation not only funds STEM and literacy, but they also make a real effort to fund other areas of the curriculum, including art programs, outdoor classrooms, student health and wellness, and just a myriad of other programs.
We found the laser.
Do you remember the old library?
Yes.
Okay.
It was just kind of a bit more stuffy, and it felt like we were kind of on like cold chairs. There was no carpet.
Well, I came in at the end of the school year. One room was the library and the computer room. And so the space
And 30
was,
green chairs.
the kids were always like squeezing
Bumping.
between the tables. And
So we have a lot of Title I students and a lot of students that don't have as comfy areas, in maybe their room or their home. This is the place they come to. So we looked, and it was going to be like, I don't know, $6,000 worth of furniture. And we're like, but you know what? BAEF has $5,000 they can offer. Maybe we can get it. I think we used the entire money to the last penny. There's no other way we would have done it. No other way.
We are primarily funded through 2 central sources. Firstly, we're funded by corporate sponsors located here in Burbank, and the second key source are individual contributors. Twice per year, we have a grant cycle that takes place, and teachers and educators from across the district can apply for a grant. The only one qualification that we have for anyone who's applying for a grant is that you just have to be able to justify how it's going to impact students.
I realized that we had a lot of needs as the choir was going to grow. So as we got more and more students, I realized we were having an issue where with the shape of my classroom, the students sitting in the back 2 rows couldn't see me. I'm not very tall. They get less instruction, they get less engaged in the music that we're doing. A lot of those students I was noticing were just kind of fading into the background, losing interest. I started looking around for a way that we could fund a set of choral risers, and our principal told me about Burbank Arts and Education Foundation's grants. So we applied for one, and that's what got us our risers.
One of the strongest ways that someone can support the foundation is by becoming a friend of the Burbank Arts and Education Foundation. That means contributing $30 a month or more. And then, of course, we have regular fundraising campaigns where individual donations of larger amounts, of course, can help support our public schools in a very strong way.
We're the only organization that raises funds for all of the Burbank Public Schools. We are a growing foundation, so we always are looking for people who have a passion for education and want to jump in and help. They can go to our website, burbankartsanded.org, and sign up to be a volunteer.
In addition to that, engaging with our social media or talking to their friends about what Burbank Arts and Ed Foundation does.
I have a lot of friends in Burbank, and I get to hear through other parents' relationships with their children that they'll come home excited about something, and I'm like, we had something to do with that.
I wish you could have seen the kids the first time they came in.
I have a picture.
They were
do.
screaming when
They
they
were
walked
like,
in, because we didn't tell them it was happening.
No, they just came in and they were like, oh, wow, they were losing it. They were so happy and they were sitting down and they were just like, what happened?
It was fantastic.
great.
I know that every time I visit a school site, every time I enter a classroom that has received a grant, and I can see the smiles on the kids' faces, that is what makes it worth it to me.
As a parent, I mean, BAEF has my whole heart and support. My son is a jazz saxophone player, and so he went to Burbank High School and he was in the jazz band. BAEF made it possible for that program to grow. Without them, it wouldn't be what it is today. They provided new instruments. They helped with funding for coaches here, even at the middle school level. He's now at New York University studying jazz saxophone, and he wouldn't be there without BAEF.
So I say to everyone who's thinking, where can I put my money? Put it in your kids. Put it into education. Bring it into your community. If you fund them now, they will support your organizations and work for your organizations later. You plant the seed, you water it, and then it grows. These are your seeds.